Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to the podcast. I don't know about you, but fall feels like the absolute perfect time to reset. The crisp air, the changing leaves, it's like nature's nudging us to slow down, savor the season after the whirlwind that is summer. And I'm just so excited to be here with you today to share 5 ways that you can reset for fall. Last week, we talked about how I use ChatGPT to develop the perfect schedule based on my human design. I've been doing it for several weeks now, and I made a few tweaks and changes, but it's honestly been working pretty amazing. So if you haven't listened to that episode, I highly encourage you to go back and give it a try. So for me, fall isn't just about getting back to business. It's also about fashion. There is no better season to dress for. I mean, boots, cozy sweaters, it's unmatched. So today's episode, I want to talk about how I reset and align for a new season. But since I'm all about prioritizing my peace and style, we're also going to talk about how I reset not only my routine, but my wardrobe for a new season. But before we get into that, this week's quick shift is the peach in the pit. It is a simple thing that I do with my kids. Honestly, it was inspired by the Kardashians. They would do the peak in the pit, but I misheard them and I thought it was called the peach in the pit. So I actually think it still applies. Like the peach is the ripest, juiciest part of your day, and the pit is like the thing you don't want to bite into, the thing that's not so great. So we've got our own version. It's the peach in the pit. And we usually do this at dinner time, but sometimes I'll do it at bedtime. And I just ask the kids, what was the pit of your day? What was like the crummiest, not so great thing that you didn't like about today? And then they'll tell me and we'll talk about it and how we could have made it better. And then we end on a high note. We talk about the peach, the juiciest, the best, funnest, greatest thing that happened in their day. And they love it. We've actually gotten to a point where if we forget to do it at dinner time, we'll be laying in bed and they'll say, Mom, we forgot to do the peach in the pit. So if you have kids or a significant other, I highly encourage you guys to try the peach in the pit. It's just a really fun way to connect and tune in and learn about your significant others or your child's day. So let's get into it. The first way I like to reset for fall is to reset my space. I usually start in the bedroom and I'll add some warmer sheets or a heavier duvet, a thicker throw, and maybe I'll switch out like the throw pillows. I just really love to cozy up my bedroom. Same with my living room. I have this year added chocolate throw pillows, which just add a little warmth to the space. And then of course I pull out my seasonal decor. Even though it's fall, I still gravitate toward muted colors. So I have like a muted green and a white boucle pumpkin that I have out, and I'll just kind of add my little fall touches that way, because when mid-October rolls around, I'm going all out on the Halloween decor. I have, spiders everywhere and bats and hanging candlesticks, and we really go for it in Halloween. So I keep the fall decor cozy, muted, and minimal. And then I really love to add some new scents to my home. So a non-toxic pumpkin scented candle I live for. Also, you guys have heard me talk about the Pura air diffusers. I invested in 2 new scents. They're pumpkin scents and they really truly fill up my home. It smells so, so lovely. If you haven't heard of Pura, they are a diffuser that has quality, non-toxic scents, and they are extracted from natural ingredients like flowers, fruits, and wood. They're cruelty-free, paraben-free, and do not have a ton of other nasty chemicals in it. So it's really the one and only like air freshener diffuser I feel comfortable with having in my home. I've given it as a gift many times. I love, love, love it. You should definitely give it a try for this new season. So yeah, those are just like some of the small things I do to refresh my space. I love just lighting a candle in the mornings when they're dark, and I can't wait to be able to turn on my fireplace for the first time. I'm just so ready for October. Okay, so number 2 is I like to revisit my goals and or set new goals. So Once October hits, it's Q4. We've got 3 months left to actualize all of the dreams and visions we've had for ourselves in January. I did a whole podcast episode on how I manifest my dream year. So this is about the point that I'm revisiting those writing pages. I'll link that episode because you really should try this exercise. It's amazing. A lot of you have over the years and come back to me and said how life-changing that exercise you do each January is. So I'm sure you have set goals for yourself this year and maybe you've written them down. It'd be a great time to revisit those, revisit your vision board and see, hey, what haven't I actualized this year? And what actionable steps can I take to move toward that goal? And maybe you're not going to meet that goal this year, and that's fine. You don't need to put pressure on yourself. But if it's something you truly desire and want to see materialize in your life, just ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do each day or each week to take one little step closer toward manifesting this goal to become a part of my reality. The other thing the kids and I like to do is come up with a fall bucket list. So we started working on it. Of course, there's apple picking, lots of pumpkin patches, s'mores, an outdoor movie around the fire, and, just all the quintessential fall activities. We sit down together with markers and make our bucket list really cute, and we hang it up near our kitchen so it's visible, and we make sure we try and check some things off because otherwise the fall truly flies by and it's the holiday season and there's no time to do these super fun activities. I'm not a huge baker, but for some reason I'm feeling called to try to make like an apple or pumpkin pie from scratch. So who knows, maybe this will be the year that I finally give it a go. Number 3 is coming up with new ways to nourish my body. I'm such a smoothie girl, but when the weather turns cold, I find myself and my body craving nourishing, warming foods. So I've been on Pinterest pinning soup recipes and researching seasonal veggies that I can create new dishes with or add to my salads. I am creating a whole sub about this podcast episode. So I'm going to link like my top 5 recipes that I've been eyeing. So if you need some fall dinner inspo, it'll be there for you. My Substack is just rituel.substack.com. If you are not a friend over there, come join. It's basically my newsletter, my love letter to you all that goes out each Sunday. There's almost 1,000 people in there, which is so cool. So come be a part of the community. It's super fun. Number 4 is reset your mind. I feel like October is such a good month to reestablish or start new healthy routines and habits before the craziness of the holiday season gets here. So for me, that means being really, really intentional with carving out that time to get in some meditation, some morning journaling, and just prioritizing my mental health and well-being. So if you're new to meditation and you'd like some help, I have a 7-day meditation series for beginners on my Substack. It's literally $5 and you can go in. All of them are 10 minutes or less and most can be done anywhere, anytime. So if you're needing a little extra push or assistance, definitely check it out. And for me personally, another habit I'm adding is a daily devotional. I recently purchased a devotional book from the OG Joyce Meyer. And basically, I brew my cup of coffee, I do my ice roller, and I open up my devotional to that day. And it's just short, sweet, to the point, and it really gives me something to be mindful and intentional about throughout my day. Okay, the 5th and final way is a wardrobe refresh. Each season, I clean out my closet, I donate items that I haven't worn, and really just make way for some fresh newness. So here are some key things on my wish list this season. I'm looking for a chic brown belt. I feel like it just elevates any outfit. You can throw on a pair of denim. That's another thing on my list is a dark wash denim. Like throw that on with a t-shirt and a brown belt and a trench coat and you look so put together. I am looking for like a suede brown slouchy tote bag, knee-high boots because duh, a kitten heel boot that can really go seamlessly under skirts or denim. I'm thinking suede for this one. burgundy ballet flats. I'm loving that this is such a good and trending color. I almost feel like it's a neutral, similar to leopard, which is another key item on my list. I have a leopard print skirt. I'm looking at some leopard print ballet flats as well, and I want to do like a leopard poplin shirt. Barn jackets are trending really big, and I, over the last few years, have tried to not be super trendy and invest more in classic staples. But I kind of feel like this could stick around for a really long time. So J. Crew has a really cute one. And actually, the TikTok girlies put me on to a really good varm jacket from Old Navy that doesn't break the bank. Another color that's huge for fall, but that I've always loved and feel is really good on my skin tone is olive green. I'm thinking I'd love to add an olive green blouse to my wardrobe or a dress. And this really wasn't part of my wardrobe, but Heaven Mayhem released this beautiful burgundy croc MacBook case and is so gorgeous. And I feel like I need it for all of my Q4 meetings. And last but not least, there are 2 bougie items on my fall wish list. Each season, I try to splurge on something, and I've really tried to focus on classics, things that will stand the test of time that I can pass down to my daughter Camille. And the 2 things that are on my list right now is the Gucci Ophidia bag and the Staud knee-high boots. Both are timeless investment pieces, so decisions. Anyways, I made a cute collage of all my fall wish list items. It is, you guessed it, going to be in my Substack, and everything will be linked. So go join me over there, rituel.substack.com. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this episode inspires you to reset your routine and your wardrobe for fall. As always, I'd love to hear how you're welcoming in the new season. Drop me a message on Instagram. I'm at Erika Carl 2_. And don't forget to check out the links in the show notes for all the things I mentioned today. Catch you next week.